Hi everybody, I'm Meredith Graves with MTV News, and I can't believe I'm here sitting next to the incredible Selena Gomez.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thanks for having me.
You look so darn cute.
Thank you. I feel very comfortable. I feel like I'm in pajamas.
Well, okay, excellent point that you're making, because we're actually here to talk about your new single and your new video for Bad Liar.
Yes.
Where you never want to get out of bed, do you? You're just rolling around,
Really?
going to hang out.
Clearly. No, it was fun because I was, I had the song for over a year and we were waiting for the right moment to release it. And Petra Collins is one of my favorite artists right now, and she's from Toronto. And I met her 3 years ago. We started to collaborating on some of my content, and we just spent an hour hanging out, and she shot all this really cool stuff, and it ended up being the single art by accident. So
it's absolutely beautiful. And the thing about Petra's work that's so amazing is that she's both hyper-political and incredibly aesthetically specific. Mm-hmm. Was it both or either or neither? What was it that drew you to her work in the first place?
She just inspired me. You know, I took some time off last year, and I think I was creatively very frustrated and stuck, and I had been in the studio for a year, and I was figuring out where I wanted to go. And I worked with her once on a magazine that we worked together on, and I called her and I said, will you shoot some of my stuff for me? I just feel so inspired by what you do, how you shoot people. It's very real, it's raw, it's vulnerable. And then from there, it just kind of became this relationship, and now we're friends, and I go to her for advice on a lot of my stuff now, so.
The playfulness with which you've approached that in this video, where even after costume changes, your hands are tied together. Yeah. What's up with the symbology of that? In some shots you can see a bracelet around your wrist, and some it's just a ribbon.
Right. Well, to be honest, it was actually a very real moment. I had just finished getting treatments done. I have lupus, so I was in the hospital that week, and I was taking care of myself. And when I got out, we ended up wanting to go do the shoot. And when I got there to meet up with her, she thought it was beautiful. She said, I just feel like you're in this really sweet place. Like, can we shoot this? And I said, sure, let's do it. And so it kind of symbolizes what Bad Liar is, where you're in that stuck moment where you're just, this is the feeling that I can't help but overtake what I'm going through. And then it was just exactly where I was emotionally. So kind of symbolizes what the song is and where I am personally.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of where you're at, both the video, with its one character being you, only 2 costumes, only one prop really, the ribbon, and the stripped down production. I know you wrote the song yourself with the help of a couple of your co-writers. Yeah. The minimal sort of Talking Heads bass line, which is the coolest thing in the world.
Thanks.
Between the video and the song, do you think this represents an upcoming shift in your career? What can fans expect from you?
I think so, for sure. And by the way, that's one of the most nerve-wracking things in the world, to sample one of the greatest bands of all time. So we got their blessing, thank goodness, and it was incredible. It was one of those moments where it felt like it was going to be a huge shift. And I don't want to be down anyone's throat by all means. I just want it to be really simple and beautiful, and I want music to sound refreshing. To me, that's what I want to hear on the radio. So that's what I feel like my approach has been, is where am I going to go with it, and will people appreciate the difference of where I'm going? And I just kind of had to see what would happen. So I'm very happy with the reaction, and it's been fun.
Really fascinated by the Instagram rollout of the teaser images from the video too. When there's so many beautiful, most of the video is just beautiful shots of you, but then there's this staticky VHS TV, which I'm like, did you ever have a reason to use a VHS TV? You're so young.
I did.
Thing?
For sure. I remember Titanic was 2 VHS tapes, and I'd have to rewind it to watch it. I probably wasn't even allowed to watch it, but I did. Of course I remember it. It was amazing to be able to bring that back. It wasn't that long ago, if you think about it.
It's true, and it's still kind of trendy now. I feel like a lot of people are doing cool stuff with VHS.
Yeah, it's fun. I miss it.
So, real quick, between you and Petra and all of your collaborators, what other places did you look for inspiration for this video? The connection between David Byrne and his wife Cindy Sherman and her self-portraiture and Petra's work and stuff like that. Were there other artists or films or musicians you were looking at for inspiration?
I love horror films. So for me, it's from Eli Roth to people that I've admired for years, even just dark music. I think so stuff that makes me feel like I'm in the country, like Patsy Cline, that has this creepy vibe to it. And I think that sounds odd, but it makes me feel something. And I think that's where my head has been with everything. And I don't know if that'll change or if that's just something that has inspired me. And I mean, I think hip hop too has always inspired me as well. So I just feel like what everything is shifting into right now is so fun, and I love being a part of it and seeing where I want to go with it.
Yeah, not just being a part of it, but driving it yourself. And for that reason, we're so super happy to have you here with us today.
I appreciate it.
Selena, thank you so much for joining us. The Indefatigable, incredible Selena Gomez.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on MTV News.